A new year, a new budget process.
And the library has a new home.
3, 2.
These stories and more coming up. I'm Tamara Henry.
And Marc Istook. Welcome to Santa Monica Update.
Santa Monica Update, your source for local news in Santa Monica.
Topping our show, our new main library. Santa Monica sets the stage for a new generation of libraries by building one that will change the way we think about libraries forever. Cara Campbell was on hand for opening day.
Preserving the past, serving the present, and shaping the future. The grand opening program included celebrity authors Leah Pearlman and Jamie Lee Curtis, who was impressed with the evolution of the Santa Monica Library.
And I just wanted to share with you that in 1890, there was a total donated of 1,078 books.
Now, I understand this library is an award winner, too. Its designers recently were nationally recognized.
And it even has a cafe called the Bookmark Cafe, interior courtyards, and the new Martin Luther King Jr. Auditorium. It'll be a gathering place for everyone on the corner of 6th and Santa Monica.
That's right.
It's a new year, and there's a new location for one of Santa Monica's many big blue bus terminals. 5 bus lines will be affected: 5, 7, Super 7, 12, and 13. The terminal is now a block west of the old location.
For Santa Monica Update, I'm Anthea Raymond on Pico Boulevard.
Wow, what a great resource. So many of us struggling today with how to keep our parents in the swing of things.
That's right, yes, and WISE is very serious about serving locals from all walks of life. It gets funding from Santa Monica and LA counties to make space for those who can't afford to pay. So if you or a relative needs help, you can simply call them at 310-452-7802.
The city wants you to show them the money, or at least your ideas for how to spend it. The city is laying out priorities as the process to develop a new budget begins, and your input is needed. Go to the city's website, smgov.net, and click on Budget Suggestions form. Submit your suggestions online. You can even read what some of your neighbors think the city should be funding. You can also fax your ideas.
Now, some of the money Santa Monica spends is intended to help people out of homelessness.
It was asteroid 18117. Now it's called John Hodge, after SMC's late planetarium director, John Hodge. It was found July 5th, 2000 in the main asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. And the organization allowed 18117 to be named after Hodge.
That's right, and Hodge worked as the planetarium director since 1979. Not long after accepting his stellar honor, he died of lymphoma. He was 57.
And John used to give the night sky shows at the planetarium. People used to come to his lectures even when the planetarium was closed after the Northridge earthquake.
That's right, a great honor for a very great man.
We'll be right back. Don't go away. Often here on Santa Monica Update, we'll refer you to the city's website, smgov.net. Now, you can find everything from bus routes to the city council schedule. The city can talk to you, and you can talk to the city. Our guest today is the city's webmaster, Keith Kurtz. Keith, welcome to the program today.
Well, thank you, Tamara. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I feel a little bit like we're on The Wizard of Oz. I feel like we're getting to meet the little man behind the curtain, the webmaster. Do you feel like that sometimes?
No, it's a fun job.
Yeah.
It's just been a delightful position to have, and it's a sort of job that changes every day.
Right, because I mean, a lot of people go to the website and it's like, well, who's running this thing? Who's behind it? And so what is that like for you? You're the guy who's running the city's website. How did you get started?
Well, you know, we didn't start with a website. It was back in 1989 when our then department manager, Ken Phillips, had the idea that perhaps we ought to be offering city services, information, and that sort of thing online. It was a whole new idea. No city in the whole world was doing that at the time.
Really? So Santa Monica was the first one?
First city in the world.
In the world?
To offer an online, interactive system to the public.
And you were there to launch the whole thing?
No, I didn't come till 1992. I can't take credit for that. But what we started was something called a bulletin board system. It was called the Public Electronic Network, or PEN. Thousands of people signed up. You had to have an account, but it was free. You had to live, work, or go to school in Santa Monica. We had information about the city, electronic mail, online discussions, online forums. and it was hugely popular, put us on the map electronically in terms of electronic democracy and all of that. And then when the World Wide Web came along, we were just perfectly positioned.
I can't believe that. So you guys were there before the World Wide Web.
We sure were, and I'll tell you.
I didn't know there was anything there before the World Wide Web.
You know, when a group of scientists at the Information Sciences Institute, they're a branch of the School of Engineering at USC, first started talking to us about this thing called the World Wide Web, it took me a long time to figure out what they were talking about. We were already using the internet. We were using electronic mail, and there's other services. We were transferring files and connecting to computers, but this web thing, imagine trying to describe it by talking sincerely and waving your arms. It'll never happen.
Think about that.
You'll never get there. But we had this huge body of information poised, ready to move on to a website. And it was in the spring of 1995 that we launched our first website.
So what sort of things are on the site now these days?
Oh gosh, if you were to go to smgov.net, there's probably anything that's public in Santa Monica is probably on that website. We've got, of course, all of our information about our city council and the elected boards and commissions, archives going back for years, video netcasts of the various meetings that we broadcast live. We've got audio recordings of other meetings, current events, news. Our engineering division puts up a Know Before You Go site with information about construction projects that might affect local traffic. We've got the fire, police, parks, urban planning, parking, the pier, arts. You can pay your utility bills online, sign up for recreation class, pay parking tickets. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Now, you said news. What about for the news junkies? What kind of news do you have?
Well, it's Santa Monica news, of course.
Just kind of like you get here at Santa Monica Update, right?
Almost as good.
Almost as good.
But the whole, if you go to the homepage, which is what you'd get when you go to smgov.net, the whole center section is an area that changes. So, and there's lots, as you can imagine, in a city that's as dynamic and diverse as Santa Monica, there's lots of competition for that top billing. You know, the type of things that are up there now is information about anti-gang programs, and of course we're rewriting the city's general plan, so there's information about that up there, and other things.
So you have so much. I mean, are there any challenges to keep all that going? How many people are behind? I mean, how many does it take to pull that off every day?
Well, it takes a lot of people. The most significant challenge is to running a very large municipal website. And here we're talking about a site that's somewhere in the realm of 25 to 30,000 pages.
Whoa.
And there's a staff of 3 of us that maintain this site.
Holy cow, you must be really smart guys.
So we can't do it by ourselves. We're part of the Information Systems Division, and we have the infrastructure there, the database administrators, the system administrators, the clerical staff, and all of that. But also, we have a loose network of people we call web authors in the city government. So people in the different departments and divisions that we've trained to maintain their own content. For example, if there's a change in the information about our beaches, for example, well, the people that manage the beaches know lots better than I do what ought to be changed.
Experts everywhere.
Exactly right.
Okay.
And that's the way we do it.
All right, well, we have to wrap it up here. So is there any one thing that you wanted to squeeze in before we're out of time?
Well, I think it's worth mentioning the hottest service right now in Santa Monica has to be our free wireless hotspots.
Wireless? Oh,
no kidding. If you were to take your wireless-enabled laptop computer or any type of computer down to the Street Promenade or Virginia Avenue Park, there's free internet access right now today.
How nice. Complimentary free web access.
Isn't that great?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. It was so great to meet you, Mr. Webmaster. Hope you'll come back for a future show.
Okay, thank you, Tamara.
Enjoyed having you today. So Santa Monica continues to be on the cutting edge, and now we can go online away from home. And don't forget to check the city's website regularly for lots of cool stuff. Coming up, kelp, help, and storytelling as we check the calendar. Don't go away.
Now let's dive into the Santa Monica Update calendar.
Certified divers are needed to volunteer to help with kelp.
And that is it for this edition of Santa Monica Update. I'm Marc Istook.
And I'm Tamara Henry. Thanks for watching.